Hello everyone, I'm Disco Legend, and welcome to a Farming Simulator 19 gameplay series. Last episode, we talked a little bit about our passive farmer level and how we can work to improve it, as well as kinda how the reputation system is going to work for now. We missed out on one job opportunity with a bad roll of the dice, but we were able to score one well-paying contract with no loss or gain to our reputation. But we're still on day one of our new career, with a long list of potential clients waiting for us. So let's get to work. Hello everybody, welcome to episode 3. We're picking up right where we left off, so let's go ahead and take a look at those contracts. Let's go ahead and see if we can shoot for some double dipping bonuses first. Looks like Lars has 2 contracts to cultivate. Looks like Reuven Hansen has 2, and Lars has a 3rd. Fields 32 and 33 are close together, so let's go ahead and try those first. While we're out doing these contracts today, we really should keep an eye out, see if anybody's selling any old equipment or tractors. If we had our own tools, not only would we make more money, but I also think it would give us a +1 advantage to trying to get a contract if we brought our own equipment. This looks like a nice house for the owner of Field 32 and 33. I believe this is also where one of the used trucks from episode 1 was. I don't see it anymore, so I guess he found a buyer. So just a reminder, we need a 10 or higher to get these contracts. It looks like the cost to borrow the equipment for Field 33 is less, so we'll try and go for that one first, and then go for the double dip on Field 32. Hey old timer, that's a pretty impressive beard. I'm here for that job on Field 33. He wouldn't say no after that compliment. Well, seems old man Hansen does not like to be flattered. Let's try a different approach. Well, how about you let me cultivate Field 32? You're too old to do it. If that doesn't work, I don't know what to do. Alright, I think we figured you out, old man. Well, once again, no more double dipping bonus, so let's go ahead and cancel the contract we didn't get and accept the one we did. Maybe the odds will be a little more in our favor when we try and get Lars' contracts. We can get the old triple dipping bonus. He said the equipment's parked out by the field, so I'll meet you over there. Oh, fantastic. This awkward thing, because I definitely didn't get stuck on every tree last time I used it. Well, alright, I'm going to go ahead and knock out this contract, and we'll meet back up when it's time to do the customer review. Alright, so 1 through 5 is bad, 6 through 18 is okay, and 19 and 20 is a home run. But I'm not too worried, because I'm pretty sure we nailed it. Well, old timer, Field 32 looks better than 33 right now. I bet you're wishing you had hired us for both jobs. Alright, here comes our first positive review. We'll take it. I'm not sure why, but something tells me and that old guy, we're going to be best friends before long. Well, we haven't made any progress towards making friends, but as long as we're making money, we're moving in the right direction. Let's take a look at the contracts. I think we're going to save the 3 attempts for Lars' contracts for last. The contract for Field 30 pays pretty well. Also, we bought our new home from Iris Eklund. She might be excited to give us a job. Field 30 also happens to be right next to our house, which makes sense, seeing as how Iris also sold that to us. She also happens to own a few other fields around town, but her new address says she lives in the city. We don't know the circumstances as to why she sold us that house, but it sounds like there might be a good chance she's trying to give up her farming life. When the time comes for us to buy our own land, Field 30 would be a nice option. But whatever her situation is, I'm pretty sure she just won't sell that land to anyone. I'm sure it's going to require some level of reputation, so hopefully we do a good job on this contract. According to the address, it should be one of these condos here. This looks like it here on the left. No ma'am, I'm not the pizza guy. I'm the guy that bought your house. The new farmer in town. You want to help us get started by letting us cultivate Field 30? Okay, Iris, we bought your house. The least you can do is give us this job. Oh, man. Well, let's go ahead and clear that one off the list. Maybe next time we'll bring a pizza. So for the day, we've had 5 contract attempts, 2 successes and 3 fails. Pick that head back up, Disco Legend. No one said this was going to be easy. I guess one thing to keep in mind is, just because she didn't give us the job, doesn't mean she doesn't like us. And this is a big town. There's more jobs. So let's take a look at that contract list and keep on moving. The contract on Field 35 pays pretty good, and after that last disaster, I think we're due for a win. So let's go introduce ourselves to Mr. Pierre Berg. Even after the cost of the borrowed equipment, this job would still almost double our money. So let's put on our game face. Hello, Mr. Berg. I'm Disco Legend. I see you have a rather large job available. If you give us this opportunity, you won't be let down. Alright, big money, no whammies. Yes, needed that one. Well, we really impressed him. If we do this job right, I think he might be willing to sell something to us later. So let's get to it. Oh, here's Field 35 and our borrowed equipment. This might be the biggest field we've worked on yet. And I'm less likely to get stuck on trees using this cultivator. Alright, we'll meet back up when it's time to get paid. Alright, let's put this back where we found it and go get our 5-star review. Since we're going to be shopping around for own equipment pretty soon, I wanted to briefly explain an idea I had. The majority of equipment that we buy will be bought from the shop, but I think it'd be pretty neat if sometimes NPCs own the items. So I don't have the exact numbers decided on yet, but I think if we get a crit on the contract roll or the review roll, or just really high for both, maybe that NPC will have the option to sell us some equipment later on. And because we scored a 19 on this contract roll, I think if we get a 15 or better for the review roll, he might be selling something. And I'll go into a little more detail depending on how this roll goes. Well, Mr. Berg, what do you think? Okay, we're really playing the confidence card here. Let's see if it works out. Come on. Well, he might be right. This job did take a few hours, and I was distracted watching some deadwood. I should pay more attention next time, I guess. The option to buy equipment didn't work out, and we also got our first negative review point. But we made $1,600, so not all was lost. Let's go see what's up next. So I know the game adds and removes contracts on its own from time to time, but if you'll notice, one thing that's happened is the contract for Field 33 has added itself back on the list. So we definitely won't have the option to try and get that contract again today. But tomorrow's a new day, and we can try again. I would like for there to be some penalty for us trying to get the same contract again, but that might be a little much to keep track of for now. So going forward, I'm not going to accept and then fail the contracts that we don't get. I'm just going to leave them on the list. But I will keep a written list of the contracts we've done and the ones we failed at getting. That way we don't accidentally try and go for the same one twice in one day. The price is different for the same job this time. I think that may be something that Seasons does on its own. So with field 33 being off limits, the contract on field 40 looks pretty good. Let's go over there. Well, it looks like our future best friend, Reuven Hansen, and Jan Norberg are neighbors. Wonder how they get along. Good afternoon, Mr. Norberg. And may I just say, that's a modest looking beard. Not like that crazy mess your neighbor has going on. So field 40, how about it? Alright, let's see if trashing the neighbor's beard was a good idea. It was. And he doesn't really need to know that we actually like that old man's beard. And just because we got this job through a little white lie doesn't mean we can't do a good job. Still gain some rep. So let's get to it. Well, once again, I'm feeling good about the job we did, but let's go talk to the client. Safety first. We got 13 on our contract attempt roll, which isn't great, but it's not terrible. So I think if we get an 18, 19, or 20, he may have something to sell. Here you go, sir. I went ahead and filled out this 5-star review, if you'll just sign here. Okay, old man, what are you selling? Nothing. Let's get our money and get out of here. Well, I guess we should just be happy we didn't get another bad review there, because that was close. Who we got next? Let's see, we got a couple of options. The Field 16 contract is new. I think we should go over there and try that one, and then maybe we'll go try Lars. If we could score that contract for Field 38 with the low cost of borrowing the equipment and then also get his other 2 contracts, that'd be amazing. But let's go do one more job for good luck before we try and score the big 3. Well, ma'am, when you hire Disco Legend Contracting, that's the kind of results you can expect. So how about it? Okay, we were first. It should be ours. Let's go. Lame. But that's okay. We're not gonna let that failure get us down. Because if we get these next 3 contracts, that'll make up for all the ones we've missed today. Worst case scenario is we get none of them and we get $0, but best case scenario, if we get all 3, we'll make over $5,000. So let's put our best foot forward and go meet Mr. Lars. We won't be going to his house. It looks like he has an office of some sort over here. Hello, Mr. Lars. I'm Disco Legend, and I see you have several large jobs that need completed. I'd be happy to do them all today. Alright, so we're just going to do all three back to back to back. And we're going to try for field 38 first. So here we go. Come on. Nice. We have a yes for field 38. Alright, we're going to go for field 20 now. We have a big old no for field 20, but 22 is left, and that's the highest paying one, so if we get this one, that'll still be very nice. So field 22, here we go. Nice. I am very pleased with that outcome. That's more than generous, sir. I won't let you down. Field 38 is only going to net us about $500, but we're going to get the full $3,495 for field 22. He said the equipment should be parked up on this hill here. And he doesn't mind if we drive this over to field 22 to complete that job. He said just bring it back when we're done. And for $3,400, we said yes, sir. So I'm going to knock out these two contracts, and I'll meet you back here for the review. So we failed one contract attempt with Lars, but it wasn't an epic fail of one, and we got a 13 and a 20 for the other ones. So I think as long as we don't get a negative review on either of the contracts we did complete, we might have our first NPC sell on something. Either way, let's go get paid. All done, sir. Okay. All I'm really hoping to do here is not get a negative review. But if we happen to get a positive review on either one of these, along with our 20 from the contract attempt, we may get another little bonus too. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. So for the first contract review, we have 14. Not bad. Alright. One more time. 6 or higher. Yes. Well, thank you. We'll go take a look. But let's go ahead and get paid first. I think he was talking about that barn over there. So our first major purchase is going to be our very own tractor. And because of our low farmer level, it won't be very impressive. So I've made a list of 12 small tractors, and they range from 45 horsepower to 75 horsepower and cost anywhere from $8,000 to $36,000. And we're going to do a D12 roll to see which one of the tractors Lars is selling. So the tractors are kind of ranked from worst to best. Some have more upgrades than others, but this roll is just to see which one Lars is going to be selling us. The actual decision roll as to which one we'll purchase will come later. So let's go take a look at tractor number 11. Alright. So for things like this, we're going to use that old save. And I'll make a note of it up top whenever we switch over. Well, that's definitely a small tractor, but we can't expect much being farmer level 0. Let's go ahead and jump inside and take a look at it. The base price, $23,000. Got 2 options for colors. Couple options for front weights. Couple of cosmetic wheel options. It's Got the option for narrow tires. I like that. Another cosmetic option. A couple of different attachment options. Looks like we can have no cab or a cab. I kind of like the no cab look. And the engine is upgradable to 100 horsepower, which is why I think I had it ranked number 11. So for the time being, our farmer level won't let us go past 75 horsepower. But having the option to upgrade this one to 100 instead of buying a whole new tractor could save us some money later. Looks like two of the major cons for this tractor is there's no front loader attachment and the max speed is only 15 miles an hour. I'm glad that last series of contracts worked out well. We should start seeing some of the other tractor options pretty soon. I'm going to put in a call to our buddy at the shop, let him know what we're looking for. There's still a few more hours of daylight to do some more contracts, but I think this is a good place to wrap up episode 3. So as usual, thanks for watching, and please feel free to leave any suggestions or ideas you might have in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time.
We don't make mistakes, we have happy accidents.